Okay. All set, right?
The mouse stopped working. All right, you're good.
Okay, everyone. Well, got an unusual show here today, but it should be interesting, I would think, right?
Are you calling me unusual?
No, I'm unusual.
Okay.
All right. Well, anyway, welcome to Let's Eat LI, where our table is set for you. Today we have a table set, but we have no food here.
Oh, my God. That figures.
Too bad.
Unfortunately,
We have a nice guest here.
Right. Unfortunately, the person that we had to come on couldn't make it. So it's a little last minute, but we have our own Governor's Radio personality here. Okay, from the Long Island Breakfast Club. Show, yes.
And club.
Right.
And everything else.
Tina Valentina. I love that name. It's a great
Yay,
name.
Tina.
Valentina, right?
Yes.
And what's nice about this is we're going to discuss her show and everything. And for the people that view us, it's a good match. Let's put it that way. Because there's a lot of things that you do on your show that my audience can relate to.
That's true. And there's some additional things I do with the club that your audience can relate
right,
to. Right,
exactly. So
it's kind of a nice blend today.
Right. So we're here. It's not going to be a very long show. It's only going to be an hour today. We're not going to go an hour and a half. But as far as food goes, you will see us eat because we did order out
Well,
anyway.
you have to eat, right? Well,
you have to eat.
Well, I'll tell you something.
It's
On my club,
Yeah.
our title is We Eat, We Meet, and We Seek.
How's that? Is
So
that good?
that kind of matches you.
Right, exactly.
right.
Because we always have to eat because 90% are Italian in my club. How it happened, I don't know.
There you go. Well, that's good. Well, I'd say we got 100% Italian here today.
Well, yeah, and if Greg made it, he's Italian too, so
Right.
it would have been nice. But he apologizes.
That's okay. Greg could be on another time. That's not a
he's
problem.
going to come on another time,
Right.
definitely.
And probably when there's food here. That's why he probably knew there wasn't going to be
Yeah,
food here.
maybe.
That's
That's
why.
true. He
yeah.
loves
Radar
Because
was
he
up.
loves to
Greg
eat.
loves to eat.
Greg Dar.
Yeah.
Like Radar, Greg Dar.
Yes, and not only that, like when we get goodies,
Right.
He tries to help me because he knows I'm, trying to watch
Right.
my health. He takes the goodies.
Of course.
And he goes, you don't want them, right? No, no, I don't want them. But he's a wonderful co-host. And
He
I'm
is.
sorry
He's
that
good.
he didn't make it today.
Great personality.
Yeah, he is.
All right.
Terrific.
To my right, okay, if anyone avid show watchers, this is Andrea, who's part of the Palette sisters that I had here during the summer.
Yeah, you got two great ladies here.
That's right, man.
That's
I'm
right.
sandwiched in between two
Be careful.
women here. I know. My wife is going to have a fit when I go home.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
Can
go
I
ahead.
Do a shout out.
Do a shout out. Go ahead.
Okay, a shout out to Andrew, Lindsay, and Alex, and my beautiful, beautiful granddaughter, Ketsia.
There you
What
go.
a beautiful
And
name.
Dennis too, and also my husband Peter.
There you go. And also, let's mention with Andrew. I believe it was Andrew's birthday last week, wasn't it?
Yes, Andrew's.
And
my
I
son.
failed to do a shout out and wish him a happy birthday.
How old
so
is
I
your
did-
son?
Okay. Andrew is 33.
He's a baby still.
Yeah, just a baby, right?
33.
33 years
Is
old.
he
There you
married
go.
or is he single?
I consider him married. He's
Right.
with his girlfriend.
Oh, so they're
Long-time
I
companion,
say-
let's put it that
I
way.
even say daughter-in-law because they're together.
You
So
both probably
long,
love him, right?
Over
for
10
about
years.
14 years
Right.
they're together,
That's terrific.
and
Yeah, about
So
14
I would
years, right?
say-
Yeah.
they're married.
So there you go. So hello to them too.
I've been divorced twice.
yeah,
with
well,
the amount of-
how many times are you going to do it? Once
he's-
is enough for
and
me.
he's
One
with the
marriage,
woman.
that's it.
That's it. One and that's it. That's all
That's
you
it.
get in
One
life,
and
right?
done.
That's right.
One bullet,
You're right,
one
Tina.
kill, right?
Well, my poor husband is up in heaven, so.
As the snipers say.
Same with me.
One shot, one kill.
One and
That's it.
done.
But
That's it.
he's in a better place, and he's up with the rest of the family.
Oh
Right.
boy. Yeah, I'm
We
sorry
lost a
to
lot
hear
of people
that.
the last
Sorry
5
to
years,
hear
but they're all in a good place together. And my mother was the queen bee,
that. Okay.
so when everybody went up, the curtains opened and
And there you go.
And that's
cooking
it.
away.
Okay.
Well, actually, we'd like to pray, my pal sister and I here. We just recently lost an aunt.
Oh, I'm
so
so sorry.
we
to
just
hear
wanted to
Yes.
wish her family, the Dana
and
family,
we wish.
many prayers and everything. So out there, if people, please give prayers to the Dana family for those of you who are people who pray. Right,
Saint
there you
Anthony,
go.
that's our
Yes.
family.
Saint Anthony, is that
We
it?
pray
Right.
for
That's
them.
Well,
what
that's our family.
I was born on Saint Anthony's Day. Did you know that?
Oh,
June
that's coming
13th.
up, isn't it?
What?
Isn't that coming up soon? Yeah.
St.
June.
Anthony's in June 13th. That's usually it.
Yeah.
And I'll be doing a show on that, like I usually do on Italian feasts.
Are you
So-
doing something for Mardi Gras?
No, this is it.
When is
We're gonna
Mardi Gras? Anyway,
Mardi Gras is actually going to be on the 26th, I think,
of this month.
of this month.
Oh,
Yes.
so it's coming up.
And then Easter's April 12th.
It's early this year.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing something for Mardi Gras. And with the gentleman that was actually going to be on today, I think he was talking about that. So we're gonna miss. But what I'm gonna do is I'll do a special show after Easter on Mardi Gras. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
All right. I'd like to say hello out there to Andrew Blagonis. Andrew, I know you always like to watch the food, but unfortunately today we're not gonna have any. But I am gonna have a turkey and Swiss, so you should enjoy me watching me eat that, I guess. We have Carlo. We have Carla Okerson watching, which is new. I never, I haven't seen Carla at all from the past. So welcome to the show, Carla.
Hi, Carla. Maybe she's on our show. and
Maybe
can
she's
answer.
on the Breakfast Club. We'll see, because we
Yeah.
got Ann, your friend Ann Tachiba.
Oh, and Tosivia.
Tasivia, yes, she's watching us
She's
right
a
now.
Breakfast
Hello.
Club member, and she's a popcorn lady.
She's another popcorn. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you
She was
know
on
her.
the show. Yeah, right. She had the great popcorn, right?
Great lady, too.
Yep. Okay. So we have those people watching. And before we get into the show more, I just want to. Not only do we have the Long Island Breakfast Club, but I want to talk about some of the other shows that we have. Is that all right with you?
Of course.
Okay. So, of course, everybody knows Knock 'em Dead. Okay.
Oh, they're great.
Monday through Fridays, folks, from 11 to 1. You have Sally, Tony, and Eric. Okay, a lot of fun. Watch that show. You'll see entertainers. Actually, they have some famous entertainers on this show.
and
everything like
we
that.
have to get out of our seats real quick because They're right after our show.
Right, they're right after the Long
And,
Island Breakfast
like,
Club.
Greg drags me out
Right.
real quick. Come on, go. We gotta go.
Yep.
Get out.
Then there's also Three's Company, which is Wednesday night, with Bonnie Scalisi, Mandy, and then the other gentlemen. So that's a fun show. We also have after our show now. I don't know if you know about the show Soul Space. You know
Yes,
about
that's
that?
the she's a psychic.
Right, exactly.
My friend actually had a vision with her.
Oh, really? Okay.
Patty LaCurcio from the club. Yes.
Okay, with Georgia Rose. Okay, she does Soul Space, and she's on here at 6:30 on Thursdays. She actually is going to be on the show also. We have to coordinate that.
Oh yeah, she's.
So we'll have a little
she's
tarot
good.
and something else, I guess.
I
I'll
like
have to make
that.
up a show. Yeah,
We
that'd be great.
do that at some of our parties. We always bring a
Really?
card reader in. It adds a lot of flavor.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, then tonight. Actually, tonight there's going to be. I think it's called Behind the Green Room, which is another show.
That's what all people that have been on the show.
What is it? It's actually Sally, Tony, and I believe Eric, or just Sally and Tony. They have a show tonight where what happens is Governors has entertainment tonight.
Oh, okay.
So the comedians, so they
Oh,
call
so
it the
go in
Green
there?
Room.
Oh, okay.
So the people from the Green Room or whatever, I think the comics and everything will come
Before the
here,
show. Oh, okay.
and they'll talk to Tony and Sally. It's a lot of fun,
That's
actually,
kind of
folks.
nice. Yeah, I like
Yeah, it's
that.
nice. They have a good show. They just started it. Then after that, of course, is the Graz with Limo Talk.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a character.
He's a character. There you go. You know what's good about this? Now going through this list, what I like that Valentina's here. She gives me the synopsis of everybody.
Well, I like him, but he like embarrassed me when I went on the show. He's like, I didn't realize about what happens with it being like you're looking at the screen, but you're not seeing what you're
Oh, the
saying.
delay.
So I called him like, what the hell's going on? They just ate me up and chewed me
Oh
up.
yeah, you got to be careful. I haven't gone on that show yet.
I tell you,
but-
it was fine. I did it over the phone.
You know, oh, you did over the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's the kind of show. It's a lot of sports.
Yeah.
A lot of guy talk.
But very, very nice. I met
but
them
very
at the
nice
big
and
party,
funny.
the party we had that you
Okay,
missed.
that I missed. I know I
That
missed the
was
party.
some
Right.
party.
Yep.
I got a lot of pictures of
Right.
that party.
So we have that, and then I don't know, on Mondays, you know about the show called The Wart at all?
No, it sounds gross.
Wart?
The
It's
wart
called
sounds
The Wart.
gross. What is it?
Wart?
Yeah, what it is they discuss beer, basically. All they talk
Oh,
about is beer.
It's about
and
beer.
The brewed IPAs and everything like that.
Well, I just
with
had
Mike
my
and
first.
Pete.
I just had my first beer the other night. I went to the first hockey game and first beer.
Oh, wow.
Talk about being a fart.
Gee, we were going to have Barrage on, too, today, which is a brewery. Fortunately, he couldn't make it either. My life is worthless today. All right.
That's a
so we had the war.
Not a compliment.
And
Your
then-
life is worthless
So-
today.
You saying
Very nice.
Oh,
Very nice,
yeah.
Felix.
something to say.
I thought we were friends.
Then on Saturdays, we have Shut Up, Sit Up, and Stand Up, which is like a game show with comics, which
That's
is
kind
interesting.
of
at
funny.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Actually, they're ending it, and then they're going to start the season again, like in March.
So it's
They're
a
gonna
game
have the
show
winner.
about what?
Comics versus each other, and then they have an ultimate winner out of that.
Oh,
And that
okay.
comic gets a paid spot here at Governors.
Oh,
Very
wow.
nice.
So that's nice,
That's
you know.
a nice
Pretty
gift.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Great.
Very nice.
And then there's a new show on Saturdays, which you know about,
Yeah, I
right?
brought them in.
Right. It's
They're
called.
holy rollers.
Yeah,
Hate
what's
to
called
say that, but
the new
it's like
what's
a new life.
A New Life. It's called something like that.
And I believe it or not, I met them in the bagel store.
Oh,
There you
And,
go.
I meet people in food
That's
establishments. That's me. Things always happen in bagel stores or diners. to me.
Right.
So I met them. We started to talk. She's such a pretty lady. Her husband is very handsome and very nice. And I met her parents, who are very holy.
Okay.
And I was having a bad day.
All
I
right.
was worried about somebody in my family.
Uh huh.
And they started talking to me, and they prayed on me. We
Really?
talked. They bought me breakfast. Went back. I met them again.
Okay.
And the rest is history. They have a show, and from what I see, they're doing great.
Well,
great.
I was just about to tell you that I was looking. I didn't get a chance to see the show yet. I want to see it, but their last show had over 15,000 views.
What?
Yes.
Oh, my
They had
God.
a lot of They had a lot of people watching their show.
I did not know that. I knew
but
they were doing
I understand
well.
they had some celebrities though on the show.
Well, it was celebrity, not people, celebrity videos.
Oh, videos. Is that
Right,
what it
so
was?
it was
Okay.
the story behind the story of the celebrity.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. And then how it transformed into their life,
Right.
how they changed their life
Right.
through any kind of like
Right.
group they have.
Because they had that couple from Texas.
I didn't know they had them on.
That decorate the homes and they build the homes and everything like that.
Oh.
What's their names? Anybody know?
You mean, oh, gee. I
They're
don't-
very, very Christian people.
Yes, yes.
They're
Oh, God.
in
Joanna
Waco, Texas.
Gaines?
Yeah, the Gaines,
The
right?
Gaines,
Yes,
Joanna
right.
and Chip Gaines.
Joanna and Chip Gaines, I guess, were involved with that
they're
show.
really were a shock to me that
Right.
because they didn't seem like they were that gonna.
Right.
They were asking me for advice. I'm gonna ask them for advice.
Right.
They have 15,000 views.
So
Wow.
that was
Wow.
incredible because the show before that was only like under 1,000 views. So I'm like,
That's
wow,
great.
that's quite
But
a
that
jump.
but that
you know?
was some, and they also had another video,
Yeah.
another show that was very entertaining.
Uh-huh.
So I wish them good luck, and I'm gonna go on their show one of these days.
Okay.
But they're great people. Can I
Right.
just have the napkins on because I spilled water?
Yeah, hold on.
I know that's a no-no. So.
All right. Well, here is our meal in a bag.
This happened just because of me. They didn't want me to eat.
So we're gonna see what's in the bags, and we're gonna
See
distribute
what's
that.
in here.
Joan Cruppy Asher, hello. Thanks for watching. She's a steady viewer
Joan,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm really happy about that.
It's nice to have a steady.
It's good to have at least one steady
In
viewer.
life, even in real life, it's nice to have a
Right.
steady.
But I want to thank her for watching. And I also want to give a shout out to Vicky Ott, who's a viewer of ours. And I know she's been kind of not going in and out of hospitals, but I guess she's going through something now. And we want to wish her well. Okay?
Well, good luck. Good
Yep.
luck to Vicky.
Yep. Good luck to
We
Vicky.
do that nice.
Okay, so what do we got here?
So we're
Potato
having
salad
we're
and a
having
pickle.
what my father used to call football. My wedding was a football wedding.
Oh, okay, yeah, I
Sandwiches.
remember those.
Yeah.
Yeah, sandwiches.
Not that I
wine.
remember them, but I remember my parents
That's great.
talking about
I had a
them.
football
Football wedding.
wedding
Yeah.
47 years ago. Yep. So
And where was it at?
American Legion Hall
Oh,
in town.
Perfect.
Of course.
Yes, of course.
And there was no DJs back then. It was just a Victrola, they used to call them.
Oh, really?
You
A
know,
Victrola. I had a
The
Victrola. Remember our
Victrola.
Victrola?
Yes.
And it was
The
just
Victrola.
one of those, salami sandwiches. Throw the hero down the way.
Right.
That's
But it
fun.
was
That's
memorable.
fun.
Well, I was watching The Godfather. It's funny you say. I was watching The Godfather this week, and they had a marathon.
Yes.
And they had the
Oh, I
wedding
love
when
those
it
movies.
starts out with the wedding and everything like
Yes,
that.
I love those movies.
And then one of the guys, remember Paulie, the one that got whacked,
Paulie,
where
yes.
they took the
Gabagool.
cannolis
Yes,
and
the
they took the
Gabagool.
cannolis and then
Yes, we
they whacked them and
you know
everything.
the funny thing is, if you know anyone in the union or
Right.
you know any shop stewards and you're around them,
Right.
my
So-
godson's a shop steward.
so-
They either have a Paulie and Frankie and Johnny.
Right.
They're all
A
the same
Vinny.
names. A Vinny,
Right.
right.
So they had there was one scene where the guy says, "Hey, Paulie, I got gabagool, I got salami and everything," and he was throwing the sandwiches to him. So
Right.
that reminded me of the football wedding.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it was a nice wedding. It was different back then, you know.
Yeah. All right. So
I got $20 in each envelope.
The
That's
roast
what it
beef?
was back then. $20 cash was the gift then.
there you go.
Today you need $320 to go to a wedding.
What? That's just per person, actually.
Yeah, exactly. It's so
Right?
different. It
That was
really
per
is.
person.
Well, thanks for the lunch because I didn't
Yes,
have lunch.
thank you.
Okay.
I came straight
Thank you,
from the
Chef
show. I
Felix.
went across shopping and then I came here, so
Okay.
it worked out great.
What do we
So
got
I
here?
brought you some wine, Felix. I'm gonna let you have it.
Oh, okay. We'll have a little bit.
Yeah.
Here, this is yours, I believe. This is. They
That
did
the ham
put
and
it on a
Swiss?
roll though. They didn't put it
That's
on.
all right. I'm easy. I always tell everyone I'm low maintenance.
Okay, so I got a little wine here.
I'll have a little. Do you want some, honey? A little wine?
No.
No?
I'm good.
All right,
Thank
then
you.
I'll drink this little bit. Okay.
Okay, so this is salute.
So salute.
Salute to everybody.
My
Then we're going
friend.
to talk about Tina's show, right?
Yeah, we're gonna.
And we'll talk about what I'm interested in is the book writing too. We're going to have to talk about that.
Well, the show is
Go ahead.
called the Long Island Breakfast Club Show. Why? Because myself and Greg Cajuste, some people call him Juice,
Cajuste.
Greg, Handsome. He has all different names for himself. He is my co-host now, and we have this funny thing going on between us. Some people think we're married, but we're not.
I don't know
he
about
calls
that.
Me, no, he calls me his wife.
Okay.
To the point that I went shopping the other day, and the guy said to me, "Oh, I met
Oh,
your
you're his
husband.
wife.
I met your husband the other day." I'm like, "I don't have a husband."
It's the work wife you are.
Yes, the work wife, right? So he has a club called G's
Uh-huh.
in West Hempstead, where I lived. I knew him for years,
Right.
and then what happened was we became friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I ran into him in the cleaners, the dry cleaners.
Okay.
And I said to him, "You have to come on my show." And that's how it all started. And we became very fast friends, and he's very good with me and for the show, and he knows
Uh-huh.
a lot of people.
And what does he do?
He does a lot of different things. He has a club, beautiful like club from the city, right here in Long Island. He brings in singers. He brings in sometimes a comedian, but very very rare. It's never a comedian. Teresa Canestrati went on over there once or twice. Singers. He brings in people that do good in the community. And
Oh,
he's
nice.
very big into Kiwanis, which is a very
Yeah.
good fundraising. He loves children.
Now,
You know, and
his club, where's it located in West Hempstead?
West Hempstead, right on the corner of Hempstead Turnpike and right by Shoppers Village in the back. It's right off of
Oh,
Hempstead
okay.
Turnpike.
Oh.
And it's fabulous. It's fancy, schmancy. It's got all these things.
Uh-huh.
And every night's a different night. So on Wednesday night, which was last night, it's karaoke. And it's people that haven't made it into showbiz yet, but are very good singers and dancers.
Right.
Last night they had a break dancer on. It was unbelievable.
Really?
And everybody got into it. They had a guy singing Frank Sinatra. They had a beautiful young girl. I mean, it's fabulous. And it's mixed on Wednesday. It's young, medium age, and old. That's what makes Wednesday nights so great. But on the other nights, he has the bands, the rock bands. He's got college night on Thursday night. And the other nights it's just, suave music and
Right, right.
very, very nice. And you can get, fast food.
Right, right, right.
But you could also rent it for parties, sweet
Oh, okay.
16s, charities.
Sure.
all that.
And what's the name?
G's. G
G's.
apostrophe S.
G's.
And his name is Greg Kajus.
Jeez.
He's a community man.
Mm-hmm.
And I call him the Gentle Giant.
The Gentle Giant.
And I just wrote a story about him. And
Okay.
it's going to be, you can find it on Bold Media online.
Bold Media.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he is one of the first men to be in the first issue of Man's Bold magazine.
Wow.
And I am a columnist in the Woman's Bold magazine.
Okay.
I've been doing it for a year, but now they just had the first issue of the Man's. You could be in it if you want. It's about
Okay.
bold men, big and large.
Bold men.
Wow.
Yes.
Be in it.
So if you're interested, you let me know.
All right,
I
sure.
write for them.
All right.
It's non-paid, but it opens doors to a lot of different
Right,
things.
right. Okay, well, definitely.
So that's what Greg's about. My
Uh-huh.
show is all about people, places, things.
Right.
Me and Greg together put people together. Sometimes right on the show, something happens and there's a client.
Wow.
That's right.
And what happens is the way I explain it is Long Island doesn't have a show that's totally positive. They have the news, they have all these things, but it's not about positivity. So I could talk about everything or nothing. And that's part of the comedy, like Seinfeld.
Right.
And I love it because we pick on different things and they're just everyday things that happen. If someone loves frogs, they can come on the show and talk about frogs. I mean, that's how.
Well, you had a parrot or something
We
on
had a
once.
parrot. He
Yeah.
almost took this whole place apart.
Yeah. That was
Um,
funny.
And then we had puppets.
That's fun.
You had puppets. I remember the
The
puppet lady.
puppets
yeah,
were
right.
hysterical.
That was
But
pretty
the
good.
girl that is in the club got a job with the puppet
Wow.
because she's short, and they needed a short woman to be in the puppet thing. She got a job.
Wow. That's
Great.
incredible.
So things
So
happen.
you make connections.
Right.
Yeah.
Some people call me the
That makes
beast.
it-
But the beast in a good way because I don't quit. And so the show is different. I talk to business people all the time because there's a serious part of the show, but there's a funny part of the show.
Right.
My goal is to have a lot of people on at once. I don't know if Sally likes the idea, but it's not easy when you have a lot. I know you do that. How
Yeah,
do you do it?
I've
How
actually had
do
to
you
cut
do
down
it?
on some people. 'Cause
Yeah.
I had quite a bit, and coming St. Patrick's Day, or the St. Patrick's Day show I'm gonna have it in 2 shows.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna be pretty crowded in here actually,
Wow.
but it'll work.
That's
It'll
a
all
lot.
work out.
I also have kids that I pick out of the neighborhood that do community service.
All right.
And once in a while, I put these kids on the show because I try to teach kids, look how much you learn when you do something in the community. And then in 3 weeks, we're having an award ceremony for the Breakfast Club with Steve Vaccaro, who you know Steve Vaccaro, right?
Yeah.
He has a show called The Chapters Rap.
Mm-hmm.
And what you do on that show is rap about the chapters of your life.
Oh, wow.
It's unique.
That's different.
It's very unique. So
Yes.
Steve and I, we bundle together sometimes,
Uh huh.
and we're doing a hero breakfast at Applebee's in 2 weeks. If you know anyone that deserves recognition,
Okay.
send me their picture, a bio, and send it to my email.
Wow.
And it's not about the kids that are like A+ and getting every award in high school. It's about the kids that do a lot, step out a little. They don't have to be A+ students,
Right.
but they're in the community helping people.
Wow.
So if you know anybody,
That's great.
everybody can send it to my attention, vjanik@optonline.net. Or go to my website, valentinajanik.com, and you can send me a link.
Okay.
Or Long Island Breakfast Club. I have 3 websites, 3 Facebook accounts, and it's very rewarding work.
Okay. I can tell. I mean, you can tell
I
you're
love
into it.
Yeah, I love it. I'm doing it. Well, when I got laid off in 2008,
2008.
I
Okay.
started a club as a joke,
Right.
and the joke was you had to be retired. We had to be fired. Very smart, intelligent, and 50.
Wow.
Because in
Okay.
2008, everybody that was 50 and intelligent got fired. Not because they didn't do a good
Everybody.
job.
Yeah.
It was because they were older
Right.
and they
Okay.
made over 6 figures.
Wow. It's incredible.
So we started the club as a joke.
Okay.
And what happened was we used to meet at the Sweet Hollow Diner, which I'm sure you know, on 110.
Right. Okay.
And that gentleman, that's a joke, threw us out. He
Wow.
said, you come here, 5 of us. It started with 5 people.
Well, he's not going to be on my show.
Right. Well, I think it's closed.
Could
Right.
be.
5 of us used to go to that diner and help with resumes. And we met because we used to see each other in the hallways in the job interviews because we used to go for big jobs.
Right.
And back then, you had to interview with 10 people for a big job, which is the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Right.
Because 10 people cannot make a decision of 1 person for a job. Anyway, we got friendly,
Oh my
and that's
God.
how the club started. We used to go to the Sweet Hollow right in the middle so everybody could be in
Right.
the middle, and he threw us out. And that was the day we laughed our heads off, came out of the diner, called Newsday, and Patricia Kitchen wrote a story about us and called us, "Who are you?" I said, "Well, we're the Breakfast Club.
Right.
Like the kids in the movie, only we're old."
Right.
And
Right.
that's
Right. Right.
how it started.
Very nice.
And we're still kicking. We had our
That's
ups and
great.
downs. We went on CNN News
Really?
because these people in my club are
Yeah.
very smart people.
Mm-hmm.
So they know how to make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
So CNN News came to little old West Hempstead. Anderson Cooper. With the
Wow.
bus and everything. Every
Wow.
deli made a fortune for 2 days.
Wow.
And guess what? They did a show about us because we teach people to change their life.
Wow. It's incredible.
And we made them all go ride a horse.
I'm surprised CNN came. But usually they're usually out there
Well,
bashing Trump or something
I
like
know,
that.
but-
You know?
it's all about timing.
Right.
So they set up this real panel in the horse ranch. The horse was behind us, and all the tables. It was amazing.
Really?
You could see it. We have
great.
pictures of it. Yeah.
Oh, very
my
nice.
gosh.
It's online.
Wow.
And we met some great people. And I have a whole book of it, and it's like a memory book. And it's like it was at a time when people were really getting laid off a lot.
Right.
So whatever happened, the story clicked, and we got that kind of. And the thing that they did was they kept saying, "Are you in the thing? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?"
Right.
And that started our whole trauma of drama
Uh huh.
club. And since then, we've been in ABC, NBC, Channel 12. We've been in a lot of press
Right.
But the bottom line is we're still out of work. But we do gigs. We don't
Right.
go back. We're not looking for corporate jobs.
Right. I got you.
Gigs. So I could do this 2 days a week. I could do a marketing event a day a week.
Right.
I could help someone coach them for their resume 1 day a week.
Mhm.
Because you're not going to go back to corporate America
Right.
when you're over 50 and forget about when
No.
you're over 60. It's just not happening.
No, you definitely have to.
It's not happening.
Right.
So sometimes people come very depressed and we lift them up.
Right.
But we're not doctors. We're just all people helping people.
Right.
And one thing we don't do at the Breakfast Club is charge dues. Because if you're over 50 or 60, do you want to pay $100 a month just to go to this club? You don't have
No.
it.
Of course not.
Especially if you're a senior, you don't have it.
Right.
So we don't do that. Because some people say you're stupid. You're not making money.
Right.
But this is about people in the community that help people in the
Right.
community.
I got you.
It's different. And it's brought me a lot of, goodness and help and meet some great people.
Uh-huh.
And in my book, which is for you today, this
There
is
you
my
go.
book for you. I signed it.
Wow.
Okay, it says, Dear Felix, get up, get dressed, show up. Never give
Sounds
up.
like my wife says that to me.
But that's one of
That's
our
right.
words in
Right.
the club.
That's good.
Get up, get dressed, show up.
Well, thank you, Valentina.
So this
I'm
is
gonna
for you.
I'm gonna read this weekend. Actually,
Yeah, you're going to love it. Some are funny,
we're gonna
some are anonymous.
show it into the camera here so that everybody sees it. How's that?
Yeah, there's some are anonymous and they're kind of wacky because we do have some wacky individuals in the club, but they're wacky because they're different and
Right.
they have ideas on how to do things different.
Okay.
And so we'd have an event, we'd give a little bit of money to charity,
Okay.
and then somebody would get a job that night because everybody's networking and speaking.
Nice.
That's terrific.
So when I did finish the book, well, first of all, during that time period, I did get a job. Another job with the county, now Nassau
Okay.
County. Didn't work out, Were they good to me? Yes. It was positive. I was bringing my club into the county.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And I was going to help 50-year-olds get jobs. Didn't work out, but that's okay. I loved it. So then I'm out again. So now I'm still doing it again on
Right.
my own. Difference being now is my husband passed away 2 years ago.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm like, okay, now what? So I'm like, I'm going to write my book. So my book has 79 Long Islanders in it.
Wow.
True stories of what happened to each one of them when they lost their job and joined the club. But instead of me writing the story, they wrote their
They
own.
wrote this story.
That
Okay.
gave them also a lift.
Right.
So now we go, this is working out. So my publisher, who's Red Penguin Books, Stephanie Larkin,
Okay.
who's my coach,
Right.
she says, let's start a club for the writers.
I was gonna say now that this actually we could segue into that part.
Well,
Go ahead.
that's it. We have now the Long Island Writers Club.
Okay.
We meet once a month at night. We need a restaurant every month
Right.
that will host us. We don't need a lot of food, but we need something because
Right.
we meet, we eat, and we see. So we always have to eat.
Right. I'd
And-
love to be part of that. I know I always
There's
try it.
Next Tuesday there's one, and it's at a Turkish restaurant.
That's right. You told me that.
Yes.
Right.
So we have our next meeting next Tuesday. You walk out because you're going to meet great people with an idea in your head, and you start writing.
Right.
10 months, you pick a package, A, B, C, or D. And then your book is published in a year.
Really?
Maybe 9 months.
Oh my
It's a
God.
fast way. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
But if you don't want to write it,
Right.
we ghostwrite it. If you don't want to write it, you talk into a microphone.
Really?
We do it any way. It just depends on which package you want. If
Okay.
you want it marketed, we do that. And then when your book is done, the Breakfast Club throws the party with the writers.
Say I wanted to do a cookbook. Could I do that?
Yes, absolutely. That'd be easy for you.
You
Yeah,
could do
probably would.
You could do that in 3 weeks.
I probably could. Yes,
That's a
absolutely.
good idea. I'm going to
Maybe.
set up an appointment
Maybe.
with you with Stephanie.
Well, I
Because you
I
don't
could also
have to
do.
go to the meeting if you don't want to.
Right,
you can
right.
just go one-on-one.
Right.
And so now we have the Writers Club. So we started with the Breakfast Club. We have the Writers Club now, and we have the show, the Breakfast Club show.
Wow. So you're just branching out.
We're branching out. God knows what's next. I don't quit, so there'll be something next.
Right. Right.
And I actually attended a big hoopla yesterday with the owner of the Islanders.
I saw that. Right. I'm saying.
Wow.
You know, Valentine is the type of person. You ever hear the joke about Izzy?
No, tell me about it.
Okay. Well, Izzy's like the type of guy that's everywhere, and the point of the joke was that there was this guy. He was at the Vatican on Easter Sunday, and what happens on Easter Sunday at the Vatican? The Pope comes out on the veranda or
And he
whatever
does
and
his
says the
thing.
mass. So the gentleman was there, and as soon as the Pope came out with this another person, a guy said, "Who's that guy up there with Izzy?" Do you get it? Like Izzy was with the Pope,
Oh, right.
but no one knew
But
who the
no one
Pope
knew who
was.
he
But
was,
everybody
but
knows
he
who
knew.
Izzy is. So Izzy would be everywhere. So that's what
Right.
it reminds me with
So
you.
I got a
you know.
last minute call. I didn't even have Greg because it happened 6:30
Right.
in the morning. I got a cancellation. Come with me. Where am I going? Just go to Borelli's. Which
Wow,
is, you know,
Borelli's, yeah, right over here, right?
I didn't know where I was going, but I'm like, all right. My girlfriend called.
Right.
I happened to be in this great event, all about the new arena they're building
Yes.
at Belmont.
Right, yeah.
And who am I sitting next to?
The
The owner of the Islanders.
of the Islanders. There you go.
So we got
Oh
to
my
talking.
God.
Yeah,
And of course, I gave him my book. He
Of
loved
course.
the story.
yeah.
And I said, actually explained what's going to be happening there. It's going to be
Right.
amazing.
Yeah, I think they're gonna even have a casino or something too, right?
Everything.
right?
And I said, well, then you need to bring the club in there, and you need to give all these jobs you have to 50-year-olds.
Right.
I said, it's not a bad idea. I said, well, let's
That's
talk.
right. It's a great idea.
Will it happen? Who knows? But he was such a nice man. And he told his story of how he got started. And, you know, he didn't always have this.
Mm-hmm.
And he never quit. And his dad was a Czechoslovakian.
Was it what?
Czechoslovakian.
Okay.
And when he saw my book and my name, he goes, are you Czech? I'm like, yeah. But
Sure.
I said my husband was, you know. And so that's how I got to talk to him. But the whole time when everything else was going on, he was sitting right next to me, and I didn't know who he was. You know, but I do now.
Right.
And I'll be, you know, meeting with him, and then I'm going to have him on the show.
You know,
Very
the,
nice.
the underlying thing of all this and what you do is you never give up.
No.
Never give up.
No.
That's really
You didn't
the
have to.
the bottom line.
No,
Never give up.
because let me tell you something. If you give up, you're done. You're doomed. I'm not saying I haven't ever gave up. I have.
You have to pick and choose where you want to give up.
Everybody at some point in their life has to give up and regress and recharge.
But you regroup. and-
Exactly.
but you're not really giving up.
No, but sometimes you
But
need a
yeah,
break.
you have to step back and
Take a look.
right.
Right. So, you know, the little stories in my book are kind of funny. That's how, in the club, that's how I met Gary from Ohika Castle. We're friends.
Right.
I walked into the Ohika Castle and brought him a loaf of bread. That's how I met Gary.
Wow.
Milius. And you know Gary Milius. And then my town asked me to do a library event for the new library.
All right.
Find out somebody who grew up in West Hempstead. It's famous. Well, guess who did? Gary Milius. So he helped us.
Wow.
And we relaunched the West Hempstead Library, the Breakfast Club.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
And we also donated with the money a piano
Mm.
in the West Hempstead Library. So, but it all happens because you have to open your mind when you're doing all these kinds of things.
Oh, absolutely.
And open your doors. When one door opens, another one opens.
That's right.
When one closes,
Oh, you say
another
that.
one opens.
Right.
I always say that.
And for every mistake you make, you learn. Because I wrote my
learn.
first book 15 years ago, and I made a lot of mistakes. I spent a lot of money, and it was this big. It was a novella.
Okay.
I must have printed it 17 times with errors.
All right.
When you don't know what you're doing, you're wasting money when you do it alone.
Right. Of
And
course.
I learned that with Red Penguin
Right.
because it was so smooth. And the day that I did get my book home, the second time, you know, I
Right.
hid it. I hid it under the bed for 3 days. I just didn't know how to handle it.
Right.
The first time it was very emotional because it was about my best friend and I and a little girl that was very sick on Long Island. And she was all the way in Suffolk County by you.
Wow.
But it was also a great story. She's still alive, but she is in a coma for all these years.
Wow.
Grown up now. She's 21.
Wow.
God.
But she needed hyperbarics oxygen therapy to survive. And 20 years ago,
It wasn't heard
insurance
of.
didn't pay for it. So we met her by accident. We had a great thing with her. We threw 2 parties and a play. We had a grease lightning, a grease play in her honor.
Right.
And these 2 construction men out on Long Island from Stalco Construction came out of nowhere because we were in the press because we know how to do that. And they helped us, John. And the night of this event, the tears were rolling all night long.
Wow.
And the family was just amazed. And it was a great experience. But then again, we were with this child for like 4.5 years, me and my best friend, and we kind of had to step away then.
Right.
Because you get too attached.
Right.
And then, but when we were doing that, we had this big garage sale. And people were dumping things in my yard. It looked like it was...
Oh, my God.
And my husband was furious. He's
Right,
like,
right,
What
right.
are you doing? We had to rent a truck to get it out of there.
Sure.
We even got cases of Playboy magazines dumped in our yard.
That's
Because
unusual.
people were donating so many different
Really?
things. Yeah.
You have any left?
No.
Oh, too bad. All right.
But that's in the book, too. Yeah, so that's what happens when you step out of your comfort zone.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, a lot of funny stories.
Just want to take another break to see who's watching us.
Yes.
Probably people that you know.
I hope so.
Diane DeLucia Conway.
Yes, I know her.
Okay. Hello, Diane. She's saying hello to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's great. Jeff Bosey, everybody knows.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right? He's also in Limo Talk a lot.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Vincent Louis Mara, right?
Well, let me tell you the story about
Because
Vinny
he's on your
Mara.
show, right? And
That's
before
why he's
that,
watching.
Taz, the resident artist, too. I don't know if you know who Taz is.
Yes.
But,
Well, Vinny Mara,
uh-huh.
the reason that I'm here
Okay.
is because of him.
Because of him, okay.
Vinny Mara, I saw him at a Knock 'em Dead comedy event
Mm-hmm.
at Frank Steaks. I was just bored one night and I went to watch it. And he would leave me alone. So at the end of the party, he came out, we talked. And I told him, what I do. He goes, oh, I'm going to give you a name.
Okay.
Come to one of my open mics. I said, all right. He gave me the information. I go. I was in a tunnel. It looked like I was going to get raped.
Oh, my God.
And it got canceled. It was this little dump.
Right.
He never told me. I called him up. He goes, oh, I got to meet you again. I'm sorry. So he says, you're going to be called Tina Valentina. That's your name.
Tina Valentina.
And that's how I got my name. Because
Wow.
of Vinny.
Wow.
So Vinny, you're a doll. I always see him now once a month.
Okay.
And he's going to come to one of my Breakfast Club meetings and perform.
Oh, great.
Yes. And Vinny is so talented. The
Right.
Breakfast Club loves watching him on his tapes on Facebook. Every night he puts 7 different things up.
Wow.
You ever see him?
I don't know.
Oh, you gotta see it. Vinny's.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe he can come on my show,
So
too.
I had an open mic.
Right.
He came.
Right.
That night, it went wild.
Right.
It was a fight because of Vinny.
Really?
At my party.
Wow.
Everything it was great. And then somehow I got called with Joe, and the rest is history.
There you go.
So thank you, Vinny.
So I would say probably you led such an interesting life after you thought your life ended, right?
Exactly.
See, so that's great. That's see,
Because up
folks.
until
That's the
then,
whole point,
I was
right
a
there.
corporate businesswoman.
Right.
I did love it. I traveled. I dealt with people like Bill Gates. Not really Bill, but my boss did. I dealt with Charles Wang. We did events for the top 25 computer industry executives.
Okay.
We wrote stories. We did photo shoots. Everything.
Right.
And the trick of it was, the joke of it was, my boss dumped on Bill Gates' toilet. Okay, so we had a great time, and I was always in the city doing something or getting someone's story,
Right.
ordering a photo shoot, and so that experience was great. But when I lost it, I had my eggs all in one basket.
Right.
Not a good idea.
Right. Right.
Now I have my eggs in a lot of baskets.
There you go.
And I teach that to people. And I coach people. And it could be about cancer, it could be about your mother-in-law, it could be about your job, it could be about
Right.
anything. It could be because you want to be a dancer.
Well, actually, Andrea here is my sister. I don't know if everybody knows that.
Yes, I know that.
And we were just
She's a lovely
discussing
lady.
because we had an aunt that passed away, and we were just discussing the old stories that my grandmother would talk about and the other people would talk about, and you don't know if it's really true or things are true or
Of
not
course.
true, right? So apparently, just from all these stories that we've heard, a lot of people from the old country that came, like our grandparents and stuff, really kind of knew a lot of infamous people, right? Wouldn't you
See
say?
that? Mm-hmm.
And and you always hear about these things. Always at funerals, you always hear
Yeah, all the
the
truth
stories.
comes out.
All the truth comes out
At
at
the
the
funeral.
funerals, right? So, my sister heard a story about Al Capone, right?
Yes.
So we have a connection with Al Capone, actually,
out.
right?
How?
Well, a long time ago. I mean, we're talking the turn of the century. Like in the 20s or whatever. My grandmother, came here and everything. She worked in the shirt factories and eventually married my grandfather, and they had a candy store
This
in,
was on
in
Brooklyn?
Brooklyn. Everybody had a
on
candy store in
Mother's
East New
Brooklyn,
York.
yes. Brooklyn is Brooklyn.
Right. Her sister had a candy store. Everybody had a candy store. Ever. So apparently, Al Capone was upstairs or something like that. I don't know. You know what? We're not even going to tell the story. Read it when we write the book.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Well, I'm
let's
setting you
save
guys
the
up for an
story.
appointment with Stephanie.
What's
Well,
that?
You got to do your cookbook and you got to do your book.
Right. Plus, I have other stories in my past that might actually be entertaining.
Somehow I could imagine. Because you're a character, Felix.
I'm a character.
I have a boring life.
I used to,
Yeah.
but I had a good life. I had a beautiful
Right.
family.
My life is good, but it's boring.
Beautiful family and beautiful children, grandchildren. I'm very blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And very good friends, very good family.
Good.
But
Yes.
not everybody has that. You
No, they
so
don't. I
You have to
mean,
Not
consider
everybody
yourself
has that.
blessed when you have that.
right.
Yes.
I mean, I'm very fortunate. The best thing in my life is my son, of course.
Of course, your children.
Right.
My children know. Well, my
Right.
child will always come first, hopefully. To me, that was probably the
Pinnacle of
out
your
of everything
life.
I've done in my life. When I was there, when in the hospital and at the delivery and everything, when my son came out, I have to say that was probably the best part of my life.
Yeah, I can relate
Just
to
to
that.
see him
Sure.
cry and everything, and he looked like me when he first came out, which unfortunate for him. But
He still looks like you. I just met him.
I don't know. But to watch a baby cry for the first time and everything is like incredible. Well, I mean, I'm just saying
Well,
that
yeah, well,
it's
no, I do know.
something.
Yeah.
Family is-
I've done a lot in my life. Things I don't know how. I'm the type of guy that's Mr. Predicament. I always get myself into predicaments.
Well, a lot of us do that. I don't know what kind, but, trust me, I
But,
get myself into those too.
But it's been so
It's
quite
part
a
of
while.
life. It's part of life.
Part of
unfortunately.
life. That's it.
But family is very
Right.
important.
Oh, it's the
and
most.
it's the most important.
And Italians, you have to have a committee every time something happens in the family, a meeting.
I don't know if it was
Well,
like that
we
for
do
us,
that.
was it?
We do that. With 4 sisters.
Oh, you had a bigger family.
Okay, yeah.
Committee
you had a
meeting for
big
no matter
family.
what.
Right.
It's just
It's just him and I.
Him and I.
Her and I. But we had a father that was very good, and he was a very good problem solver, and he would always, be the right person to talk to, he, I always have this joke. He sent me to military school to make a man out of me.
God.
To make a man out of me.
Back
And
then, that was
Right.
heavy.
so I slept with men, and
You
I took
slept with
showers with men. So that's all I did was be around men. So he wanted to make a man out of me. That's what
that
it
was,
took.
I guess, the way to do it.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know.
What did your father do for a living?
He was an exporter.
Okay.
He owned a trucking company.
Trucking
That's what he did. He owned a trucking
Okay.
company for many years. He started out in Manhattan, Washington Street, and then on Fulton,
Canal Street,
for now, Houston Street.
West House.
And then later on, he had a warehouse in Brooklyn because it was closer to the piers. And that's what he did. He had trucks and everything, and people who wanted to move, or he had like Motorola as a company that would he'd go pick up the containers, and stuff like that,
Oh,
and bring it to the
okay.
warehouse. Pretty much that was what he did.
Back
things
in the
like that.
day, when I was younger and I was
Uh-huh.
raising my daughter, I worked for an oil company.
Right.
So I smelled like kerosene and
right.
eating oil
Yeah.
every day. All my coats all winter.
Uh-huh.
smelled like that, but I was off every summer. So I worked in the winter. I got unemployment in the summer. It was
Oh,
a
that's
great
nice.
job.
Yeah,
My
right.
daughter used to come with me to work because I lived here and the office was here. It was right on the stretch.
Right.
So I did that for quite a few years. And I used to talk to people all day long because they would come in and buy
Right.
kerosene so that their oil wouldn't use as much oil.
Right. Right.
But I don't know if it's that popular now because it's too dangerous
Right.
today. But
Well-
I did that, and I also sold Encyclopedia Britannicas way back when.
Wow, we had those. The
Yes.
green book. We had the
Yeah.
green
Yeah.
book and everything. Yeah, right.
And then I also sold chemicals once. And
Drugs or just chemical?
Chemicals.
Oh, okay. I
Grass,
thought
you know, the weed killers.
Oh,
We
okay.
used to
I
have
thought
to be
maybe
on
it
the
was a little
phone
more
selling them
interesting.
to people up, you know. In
I thought maybe it was like lysergic acid or something
no,
like that.
hillbilly country, you know. And I've done a lot of different things, but I have to say that the best part of my career really was working with reporters and editors.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because that's where I learned the most in the magazine industry, and
So
it took me to other things.
Yeah. Right.
And I was also one of the first few people to work for Compaq Computer many years ago.
Yeah, compact, right?
That's
yeah.
when it all started, the computer industry.
Right, compact, yeah.
But
Right.
in Houston, they moved like at a snail's
Yeah, right.
pace. So when they would send me to Houston, they thought I was on steroids. Steve.
Right, right,
They
right.
just don't move.
how it's different.
Sometimes it's like some companies are dinosaurs and they, just.
But it was a good company, the
Yeah.
White Canyon. That
What
company was made in the diner. 4 men built that first computer in the diner at Coffee.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
A lot of stories with,
Yeah.
with my careers.
Sounds good.
So, the club has just happened because, and it's because of everything I learned my whole career.
Right.
Is how I was able to do it. And I do credit reporters and editors, even though they could be tough.
Right.
Because in a newsroom or in a show or anything you do in life, if you have one reporter
Uh-huh.
and editor as a friend, that's all you need.
That's all you
They
need.
have a Rolodex this big.
Well, yeah, that back then, yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
I think they still do.
Yeah, I'm sure
It's
the
just,
old timers,
it's,
yeah.
Now it's freelancers.
Now it's everything's in their phone.
Right, that's
Right.
true. But the thing is, that just make
Different.
friends with one of each.
That's
You're
it.
set for life because
Wow.
they know everybody. If you need press, you need
Right.
something. Who's this? How to go?
Really?
Who do I call? That's how I learned.
Interesting,
What I do,
interesting.
Believe it or not,
Wow.
simple. And they eat Chinese food once a week on deadline night,
Right.
and they make a mess. A mess.
A mess.
And I used to be part of that. So
Right, right,
what
right.
happens to woman clean?
Right.
Yeah. But again, nothing bad to say. I really
Wow.
had a very good job. So
That's good.
it's taken me to this, and now look what I'm doing with you guys.
See, that you know what? We didn't need food here today. We didn't need a restaurant because you were more interesting,
That's right.
probably.
Oh, you're so
You were
sweet.
food
No,
for
it's
thought.
true.
That's
oh,
what it
food
is.
for thought. I bet
Instead of
called
us having to eat,
That's
fill
true.
our bellies up. So something different
Very
today on our
Very
show.
interesting.
Well, if any restaurants are watching and they'd like to host us, we're very nice people,
There you go.
and we give good tips.
Yes.
And we don't charge a lot to people because we don't make money on actually helping people. What we do is we make trends, and we
Right.
and we make change lives.
Mhm.
And
Which
so
is
if you know any
most
restaurants that want to
important.
host us,
Well, we'll mention
we
it.
we
when
meet
they-
twice a month, one morning
Uh-huh.
and one at night. It's that simple.
Well, we had last week, which was a great show, the Valentine show.
Yes, I saw it.
We
yeah.
had Tavalo Kitchen and Pizza.
Right, and he hosts
And he
us
was on your
3 times
show.
a month.
Right, and he was very
and
good.
that was where the fight was with
Right.
Vinnie Mara
oh,
at
really?
Tavalo's.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he
And
basically
the
got
food,
mad at us.
the food
the
was
owner.
great. We had Kelly Baker singing. We had Tony and Sally as our couple. We had the Sweet Surrender Bake Shop. Excuse me,
Oh, and
Bake House.
that's by
Sweet
my
Surrender
niece,
Bake House.
right on Wandsworth Avenue.
Right. They gave us the dessert,
Yeah, they make those
cannolis.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
I love
yes,
those.
You should have them on your show.
I should. I'm gonna call them.
Helen.
Yeah. All
Talk to
right,
Helen.
tell her. All right,
All right.
I
'Cause
will.
She's actually our main baker
Oh,
because she gives us cannolis for holidays and stuff. We have them on the show.
really?
She's been on the show. Her, especially the Sweet Surrender Bakehouse. They've been on our show quite a bit.
I
Their
love that
product.
stretch where they are.
Their product, yeah.
My niece lives behind that bakery, like on.
Oh,
around
okay,
the
yeah,
corner.
sure. I know exactly where that is. All right, before we sign off, though, we have a sponsor, and we usually post his commercial.
Okay.
Okay,
Can't wait to see
it's
it.
we have a sponsor. It's a coffee. a coffee company or it's an online business by this gentleman called Robert Johnston. He's a disabled veteran, okay, and he sells this coffee that you can buy online. It's 100% Arabica Colombian, and the nice part about the coffee is it gets roasted. When you order it, that's when they roast it. And
Really?
they send it out to you in a vacuum pack bag. You can get a drip, you get it whole bean, you can get espresso.
I want some.
Yes.
Could you put it in a percolator?
Yes, you can put it anything. It comes drip means it's already ground, which is for percolators and Mr. Coffees and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Then you can get the whole bean if you want, and then the espresso, which is for espresso
Right.
machine.
Can't wait to
Okay,
see it.
it's called Montoro Cafe. Okay, you can go on MontoroCafe.com.
I think
and
I
order
know
it
this
there,
man. Is
or
he
you-
involved with the Yankees?
Who?
Mr. Montoro.
I don't know, but
You
I
know
don't
why I'm asking? I went
Why?
to the Bat Boy play last week.
Okay.
This guy came in with cases of coffee, and I'm almost sure his name was M something. I don't remember the last name. But
Could be.
it started with an
Montoro.
M. And he gave everyone coffee at the Bat Boy play in bags, and they
Oh,
looked
okay.
like they were gold roasted bags.
Oh, okay. No,
Are they
it's not
gold?
related. No.
Oh, okay.
Totally, it's Montoro Cafe
Oh, okay.
is the name of the coffee.
Okay, no. it's
He's
not the
based
same.
out of West Virginia. So.
Oh no, this guy was in the Bronx.
No. So we're gonna do his commercial. We almost ready to do the commercial, right?
In 1 sec.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Ready? Okay, so we're gonna view this, and then I'll tell you a little more about the coffee company, and then we'll wrap it up. How's that? Is that good?
It's different sitting on this side because I always sit on that side.
Right.
Okay.
So it's different. I get to watch my show and see how I look on the left instead of the right.
There we go. All right, so we're at a little standstill here.
I like the can. Is that the can it comes in? Oh, I like the.
It comes in a vacuum pack. You'll see it.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you. I actually have this coffee. It's very good.
A lot of different flavors.
Yeah, different. Greg is watching, by the way.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
I'm surprised he didn't call in.
Right, is there a problem with this, or?
It was. It's just the sound kept cutting out.
Oh. Yeah, Tony Walker's watching us. D Love. You know who D Love is, right?
She's a lawyer, isn't she?
No, it's Dennis.
Oh, because I know a lawyer named Diana Love.
Oh, okay, no.
I thought that was her.
No, Dennis goes by DJ D Love now.
Oh.
He changed
Is
his
that his
name.
nickname?
That's his
Well, because
nickname.
he's married and in love.
Yeah, and he also DJs too. You should have him at one of your.
I didn't know that.
You should have him one of the events.
That's a good idea.
All right. Well, we're gonna do the commercial one more time.
You want to do one more time?
One more time, so we get to see the whole thing.
I mean, they saw the whole thing, just the sound cut.
All right. Well, I want to do it one more time.
One more time.
One more time. Here we go. I have this coffee every Sunday.
Only on Sunday?
Yeah, because I want to relax and enjoy everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I have it on Sundays. When I
See,
watch
when
shows.
on Sunday,
when
I
wanna
get
savor
up,
time.
I get dressed. Sometimes I go to church, and then I go to the bagel store, and I just sit, and everybody I know, and we just talk.
There you go.
2 hours.
Wow.
That's my Sunday.
That's great.
It's fun. It's fun, you know. And people that see the show, they come over and give you critiques. Sometimes they like someone, sometimes they say, "Who's that weirdo?" You know. But again, it's nice to have that
good.
communication. It really is.
Yeah, so this you can order this online, this coffee.
I'm gonna try it.
MontoroCafe.com, or you could do Bob at MontoroCafe.com, or a beacon of coffee hope.us.
And we use the word
See,
hope
that's
a
what it's
lot.
packed in. You see those bags?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And really great. They hold it.
They're gold. They're yellow. It's a nice color.
Yeah, they're like a nice color. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Depends.
positive.
Yep.
Yellow is a
He's got it
sunshine
down.
color.
Pat, the marketing and everything else, very good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I tell you, it's really good. It's different, nice color. I don't know if you saw the picture in there, but it's not like coffee you get off the shelf is that like blackish color.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's not always like that. I think he has like almost looks like soil type. I guess.
Now, being that you're a cook and all, do you drink only make everything yourself? Everything you make, cook? Like, do you go out and eat, or do you?
I don't go out to eat as much
get
anymore.
takeout? Because
Right. I'll tell you one thing. I'm not a big Italian person when I go out to eat.
that's shocking.
That is shocking, isn't it? I don't know what it is. I mean, I like Italian restaurants. I think they're good. Like the one, Tablo's very good because he does other
And it's
things
not
besides.
expensive either.
Right, and he goes he adds something new to the food. It's not like your typical
Right.
Italian.
And he has great Friday night singers.
Right, and he's got different things,
Very nice singing on
Right.
Friday night. We stay there.
Good
We close the
entertainment.
joint. don't
But
we?
I enjoy like a good steakhouse. I enjoy I like Chinese food. I
Oh.
like Caribbean food. I like now
Don't
because of
like
my
that either.
wife, and other types of food, as well. I like French, obviously. There are a lot of French restaurants, believe it or not,
There are,
around
right?
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know all of them.
Right,
But I know more Italianos.
And then I like these newer type restaurants now, where they do things differently and
Did
stuff.
you hear about the new restaurant, the Breakfast Club?
Yes,
It's in
that
Rockville Center.
yeah. I'm trying to get in
I
touch with
heard of
them.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I know him. His name is Joe.
heard
and-
of
Right, I
and-
remember we discussed that.
the
right.
other guy is Patrizio.
Fabrizio or
Patrizio.
Patrizio? Okay.
But, they're busy.
Yeah, they're always busy. It's
They
hard
are
when they're
so.
very
We
busy.
had one
yeah.
meeting there.
Right.
It was so crowded and so busy, but it was
Right.
beautiful.
I heard of it.
Okay,
Very
so
nice.
I know you got to get out of here, right?
Well, yeah, I'm going out to Syosset now.
There you
to,
go.
What's that?
Always
restaurant?
something.
I don't even know where I'm going, but I know where.
One
it
day
is.
you'll have a private plane or something like
No,
that.
that would be nice. Well, my
That would be
business
great.
card for the Breakfast
Yeah.
Club
There you
is me on a plane,
Really?
but upside down. Driving the plane upside down. So I'm turned over the other way. My head is
Oh my
down
God!
here. The plane is this way. And then it says Breakfast Club because we're different. We do
Because you're
things
different.
Uh-huh.
We're
Okay.
unique.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's because everything that happened with us was unique. And now our show is unique. Do you know
Right.
of any show that talks about everything and nothing?
No. There you
Is that
go.
different?
That's
is
it.
different.
But your show is fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate
And
that.
we've been working very closely together.
Yeah,
give
we
me
do.
a lot
We
of
trade
tips.
off,
Yeah.
things like that.
And, it's working out.
Yeah.
Because, if they come on my first, then they're going to be thrilled to come on yours. You
Yeah.
know why.
Well, the difference is too. I have more of an emphasis on food, where you
Right.
have more of an
Mine,
emphasis on the
everything.
business. Right.
And then we talk about the music, the food,
Right.
or just the fact that they're good people helping good
Right.
people.
All right.
Well, thank you. This
So
has been a
we're
pleasure.
gonna wrap it up now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tina Valentina.
Thank you very much.
Thank
This is
you,
great. Anybody that
Hal's
wants
sister.
to buy a book, it's
Yeah.
on
Thank you.
Amazon. It's called From Fired to Freedom. Anyone that wants to come to a meeting, it's on valentinajanik.com. And anybody that wants to write a book, call me because we have meetings once a month. And you can always reach me. You can reach Greg. Greg has a club called G's. Go there on Wednesday night and you can sing your heart out.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, so that's gonna be a wrap. It's a nice mellow day today,
Yes.
right? I thought it was a good show. Sorry, folks, you didn't watch me stuff my face. I did have a sandwich though. That's all I said. Next week we have food trucks and truffles. So
Whoa.
truffles and trucks we have next week.
Oh, I like
Okay.
that title. Truffles
So
and
that
Trucks.
ought to be interesting.
That
And then we
sounds
have the
good.
return of Wild Bill, who is my kind of sidekick now. He's a Army veteran. I call him the general because he said he was a general. I don't know if that's true or not.
He probably was.
But we have a lot of fun with Bill on the show. So
How old is Bill?
Bill, I don't know. He's about my age. No, he's older, I'd say, because he was in the Army like about 1972, early 70s or something like that. So that's it. So take care. We're gonna see everybody next week. We will have food next week. We're gonna have trucks and truffles next week.
Trucks and
Yeah.
Truffles.
Trucks and truffles. I like that.
All right.
All right. So
Well,
that's
thank
it.
You.